Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. We're going to be presenting a new product that is coming from our Breeze portfolio, and we've now added NBN to the list of options that are now available as a service. So thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedules. We're going to have a couple of sections of this, presenting some basic information. Then I'm going to hand it over for the Breeze Connect tech team to run through the portal so they can have a look at what the portal is. Please feel free to put questions or ask anything that you want or make comments in the chat during the presentation. And then at the very end, we'll have a question and answer time. You can fire away with any questions that you may have. So thank you once again for joining us. My name is Roberta Wade. I'm the National UC Business Manager for at Leader, and I'll be presenting parts of this today, followed by our presenters, Michael and Adrienne from our Breeze support and engineering team as well. So we're pretty excited about being able to now complete the offering that we have for our telephony with Breeze Connect, and now also NBN as part of that. So we're a bit of a standout, well, we think we are, from the competition. We've got a service that's coming from an exceptional performer in the market, and the reliability and also the offering that we've got makes a complete and watertight solution for our partners. There's a complete range of business NBN that is available. Mind you though, that those technologies will be dependent on the location. So what's the benefits to our partners? You can streamline the customer billing. You may already be using a Breeze Connect in one way or another, but this will help to round out or complete the offering to the customers. So your customers may be getting NBN from elsewhere, but from you, Breeze, let's grab all of that business and pile it into the one bill. It enables you to then earn extra revenue just by having those customers then also with all of the options from Breeze available. So you're maximising the return for yourself. And using our team, if you've already got experience in working with our team, we're very fast in terms of local support and provisioning to help your customers be up and running and satisfied in terms of their NBN capability. So why Breeze NBN? We are 100% Australian, local support, local folks and sales team members that you'll be speaking to. We're a phone call away or an email away. So our support team, for example, it's all local. We're all accredited NBN staff. So they're all trained and certified by NBN Co. No matter which person you get, every one of them will have been accredited and therefore have the knowledge and the skills to be able to support our partners. They're contactable via phone and email. So we've got a 1300 number or also an email address that you can reach out on. And we're available from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're just more than just a help desk. Don't forget that we also do all of it in terms of the phone system, the hardware support that we can provide, and also you're connecting to more likely than not the same people each time and who know you and can, you don't have to re-explain yourself or the particular customers that you're trying to support. And that can really make a bit of a difference in terms of getting that bespoke custom support. There's no setup and cancellation fees. We make it easy for you to connect. We make it easy for you to do business with us. Right? Just pay for the plan that you require. Make it very, very simple. We're confident though, in terms of our product and our offer and our service levels, that your customers will not want to move away anyway. So we back ourselves, with our offer and our service. And as I mentioned, we're proudly Australian. Everybody that you'll speak to, everything is local. We're paying local people, and running this locally. All of our plans are flexible. You can move up and down and adapt to the changes in your business. It's pretty simple. It's a phone call away. You'll also have your own portal that you can log into and make those changes. And as I mentioned, no lock-in contracts whatsoever. So it's month to month, but if you do want to move up into a EE plan, well, those obviously EE will be available very soon, and those will be on a contractual basis, as is typical. So here's the Breeze NBN plans. We've got a broad range of selections. Obviously, for our partners, we've got customers that are in servicing their customers that are in enterprise level, all the way down to starter kits for SOHO or small business. So this is very, very easy. On our website, you jump on there and you can see this complete range. Very, very easy for you to choose which plan is the best fit for your customer. Starting from the number of people, you can have a look at what the number of people are. The typical kind of usage is also listed in the middle part of the strips. And then at the top, you've got the NBN download and upload. So a download, for instance, a typical one is the NBN 140. They round it off. So typically download speeds would be 98 megabits per second, and then the upload would be 33 on a typical scenario during peak times. And the normal, for a static IP address, there is an additional amount, per month as well. So just jump onto the website, have a look at those different options. But we're only a phone call away if you want to speak to somebody about what the most best fit would be for your particular customers as well. And of course, Breeze NBN, this is what you'll be earning as a partner. This is pretty exciting. Now, if you're already a Breeze Connect, partner, you're getting 15% commissions on SIP or hosted PBX per month per customer connection. And in addition, you can add a further 8% commission on NBN. So if you've already got Breeze Connect customers, talk to them about the Breeze NBN, and then add in the Breeze NBN commission as well. So here we've got an example of, say, for instance, 20 customers with average usage of phone lines on a 100 by 40 NBN. So that's typically 4-line POYG and 2-line plus connection, and what you're looking at is a commission of $600 across them, and that's not bad. So for you, it's the management of the network, the management all falls back on us. Any issues that your customer may have, you as your frontline support, can answer those calls, but you've always got someone that you can call on. We're a phone call away or an email away, and we can help to support you with any of the issues come back. So from our perspective, we try and make this as zero touch or low touch as possible, so that you've got reliable, ongoing service for all of your customers. And now I'm going to hand over the presentation to Michael Ashby, who's going to be running through the portal and what you'd see on the actual portal as a partner. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, Roberta. Hello, everyone. I sit here on the help desk at Breeze Connect, and I'm currently looking after most of the NBN stuff. So this is a demo. Some of you may have noticed the NBN tab on your portal when you log in. There are 2 sections. Roberta, can we go to the first slide, please?
Yep.
So this is what you'll see when you're looking at a partner level page. So this is for if you're in a quick phone call and someone says, hey, what NBN can you get at this address? You simply enter the address into the search bar. Next slide. Sorry, Roberta, next slide. Yep, so we enter the address, we tick the box to acknowledge that it's the terms and conditions are accepted, and then click qualify. what the system will then do is it will search the addresses in the database and find if there's a matching one. So once we click qualify, next slide, Roberta, it will show the list of addresses. So you select the one that fits the best and click next, and next slide, and it will show the relevant information that you have for that address. So it confirms the address at the top. It shows the max expected download speed and upload speed, the technology that is at that site, and our suggested recommended plans for those. You'll notice at the site speed supported row, you'll have ticks and crosses. That just advises which ones we suggest aren't suitable for that particular location. So you can't order a service on this particular interface with this at this point. If you then need to order a site, we'll go through to the customer level page. Next slide, please. So this is the same interface, but you'll notice at the top left, instead of saying partner, it talks about customer. So this is where you can enter an address, the same address again, using the same NBN button on the left. Next slide, please, Roberta. So again, select the address, next slide. And you'll notice this has the same information as before. There's new buttons down the bottom though, where you can actually select the plan that you're looking to provide for the customer at this address. So we'll say here that I think we're going to select the Essentials plan. So we select that, click on that select button and click next, next slide. This is where you are able to select an enhanced service level agreement for the plan that you're requesting. Not all of the plans listed can have an ESLA on them, but we can confirm that with you once you've placed the order. So if you select an ESLA, you select it on this page and then click next, the next slide. And then you're presented with a review of the order as it goes through. This then, once you click place order, we receive an email in the help desk queue. One of the team here will review it, review what's possible at that site, and give you a call as a partner to confirm certain details about the order and to confirm what is required for that particular site in terms of any other, if it's a new service, if it's a transfer of an existing service and such. We'll go to the next slide, thanks. And then, yeah, be presented with the order successfully. And as it says there, a staff member will be presented shortly, communicating shortly. Once the service has, well, first of all, you'll see on the customer sites, there's a new card on the summary page where the bottom right corner shows there's no NBN products available. Once you have processed that order, we'll go to the next slide. You can then see that a customer has an NBN order. And if you click on view on NBN products, go to the next slide, please. It lists the NBN service at that address. So that will give you a list of those. So, and that's all of our our Breeze Connect interface. One thing that we're working on with our provider, it's almost here, as far as I can tell from what they say. This is an example of the portal that you'll have access to perform troubleshooting and such on the services that you control as the partner. So you'll see when you select a service, you can review the technology, the site speed that it's connected with the bandwidth. You can perform health checks, check on the dropouts if there are any available, any existing in the logs, and also perform various line tests, which obviously depend on the service that it's, the technology that it's connected to will depend on the type of tests that you can perform. But that is coming soon. It will allow you to do various tests without having to call us. So you can even be on site and log into this portal to do tests as you're there, supporting your customers, making sure that their internet comes back online, or finding out there's something wrong and getting in contact with us to log it with NBN. I think that's all for me now, Roberta. Oh, there's an example of some tests that you can run using the run test button. Yep. Next slide. Yep. And back to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thanks. Thank you, Michael. Okay, So just to wrap up, why Breeze NBN? Why Breeze? So 100% local Australian support. Michael's actually one of the guys that you more than likely will get on the phone when you call in. So very knowledgeable, no setup or cancellation fees. Now, bearing in mind that the modem or the router, that is, you bring your own. However, there's a great range of options that are available from Leader as well if you want to also then purchase the hardware from Leader. And that's purchased outright, it's not part of the plans. All the plans are flexible. You can up, down the type of plan that you want. You can uplift the plans as well. It's proudly Australian. Absolutely everybody and the product is all developed here. It's all serviced from here. And there's no lock-in contracts. Now, as a special offer, introductory offer for those that are signing up, in addition to the commission, you'll also be receiving a bonus Poly Callisto. So when you onboard a new NBN customer. I'd say this offer is available for the first 1,000 NBN connections only, and also while stocks last. Obviously, we've got 1,000 of them available. So please do come in. When you do sign up, you also get one of these as well. So thank you very much for your time. We're going to open up now the panel to any questions that you can have, that you might have. You can either chat or we'll just open up the mics as well for you to be able to ask any questions that you might have.
Thanks, Roberta. I don't think we're going to see any audio questions. So perhaps it's best if we run through some of the questions that came through already so we can see all attendees getting feedback on the questions that were already raised. So a couple of the ones, so most of these have been answered, but just to quickly reiterate them for everyone. So there's a question here that asks, is static IP addresses available on all plans? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it is, and apparently there is a charge for that, if I'm correct.
Yes, Alex, that is correct. So we do offer static IPs. As I said, by default, a service will not have a static IP unless specified. So that is an additional service that we take onto to a connection. But yes, we do have static IPs available.
Okay, perfect. So there's a question here as well that asks, confirming that this is a business service only, not residential.
Well, these will be standard TC4 services, but we do offer the ability to add TC1, TC2 services as well, enhance SLAs, and the option of enterprise Ethernet if it's available. So it's a mixture of both. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to accommodate all the various connections required.
Perfect. And perhaps a question here that's a little bit more of a business question. There's a question that asks if we support Amex as a payments option on the Breeze side. I think that one we might need to come back on.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that we can answer at this stage here, but not at the moment. But it's definitely something business case that we can look into.
Sure. Sure, tons of questions. Great. Do you have any marketing material that we as partners can present to our customers?
That is definitely something that we're working on at the moment. So yeah, we can make some stuff available.
Okay. Couple more questions. So I think we are going to run out of time to answer all questions. I'm just picking a couple here. Apologies if I didn't get to yours. We will answer all questions directly afterwards as well. We'll just send you a quick email. There's a question here that asks from Ian, will the product support dual stack IPs?
Yeah, it's not out of out of the box, but that is definitely something that we are working on and building the infrastructure out to support that. So it is a bit of a not say niche, but it's not that straightforward in getting the infrastructure and everything ready for dual stack, but it is something that we are actively working on, and that is definitely the end goal, to support both of that moving forward.
Okay. And there's a question here from Edward asking if there's going to be a list of recommended hardware with a setup guide to suit Breeze NBN to minimize issues. That's a very good question.
Yeah, so at this point, what we're doing is we'd like to give partners the flexibility of bringing their own kit on board for the customer, because not everyone uses the same products, and we don't necessarily want it to go and just push everyone in a specific direction. So as far as products that Leader has to offer, we will definitely be making recommendations on what type of hardware you can get from Leader, and then those recommendations would also have accompanying how-to guides to set up as well. But at the end of the day, it's pick your flavor and run with it and install what you're comfortable in setting up and managing and supporting your customers. But yes, in summary, we will have a recommended list of hardware with accompanying how-to guides as well.
Perfect. There's a question here that I can actually answer. So there's a question here from John asking if the presentation is going to be made available for download. Absolutely. This webinar will also be posted to our Leader Academy and YouTube channel as well. And there's another question here from David. Will you have a failover options available as well?
So yes, I believe when it comes to failover option, ideally you would want to make sure that what your additional failover option is doesn't necessarily run on the same infrastructure, especially in an area where if that infrastructure is affected, if you have multiple connections, everything's affected. So as far as having an additional appliance with a SIM as a backup service, we don't supply any SIM services at this point, but we do have the option of providing wireless in the area as well. So there is some options, but yeah, don't know if that answers the question, but to some degree, yes.
So, and then just a final confirmation here from Shane as well. All plans are unlimited download quota, correct? So basically all plans are uncapped?
Yes, they are uncapped. I'll just need to double check on any form of fair use. Don't have the information on hand, but we don't have any particular cap service, so it is unlimited.
Okay. Good couple of technical questions coming in as well. Is the dynamic IP address CG-NAT? I think that one might be a little bit quite technical. We might need to refer to that later.
Yeah, well, I can answer. So yes, that will be a dynamic IPs will be a CG-NAT.
Okay, perfect. Great. If there are any other questions, you guys are welcome to post them through now. So there's a question here from Liam. Can you please recap with the site speed supported ticks and cross-represent what each side of the slashes is? So essentially the site speeds that we showed earlier, what each side of the slashes is, upload, download, etc. I think we might need to revert back to that slide.
I'm sorry, can you just repeat what the question was here? What the question was here?
The slashes.
So I think he's referring to what the slashes mean, so upload versus download on the slashes.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's correct.
If I'm wrong, but
so 50-20 would be typically 50 download, 20 upload. So always download first, upload second.
Perfect. There's another question here from John. Are you able to do the $0 fiber upgrade? Alice Springs is just moving over from fiber to the node to fiber to the premise. I see that one's already been answered. Is IPv6 supported? That's a good question.
I think that sort of ties in with the dual stack question that was asked earlier. So not as of yet, but it is a direction that we're moving in, yes.
Okay. And there's a question here from Christian asking, can you sign up an NBN customer if they're not already a Breeze SIP customer?
So you can, you still have to be a Breeze partner, but you don't have to have sold a voice service. So if you have a customer that doesn't necessarily want voice services, but they do want NBN, you'll create a SIP customer as you would create a customer in the portal. You obviously won't provision any SIP services, but you can then still order an NBN service and attach that to that customer. So you don't have to sell the voice service. Ideally, if you do both, it would be best, but you can just create a customer and sell an NBN service only.
Great. I don't see any other questions coming through. Again, you guys are welcome to reach out to us afterwards as well. So you can either send an email to the Breeze team, or you can reach out to webinars@leadersystems.com.au, and it will also go there. Anything else from you guys, Roberta, Michael, Arjan? Is that it?
No,
From my side, yeah, from my side, I'm good. Maybe just leave a thought there. If you guys do have any questions, additional questions, we're always here to help and support. So literally just a phone call away. If there's anything that you wanted to ask and maybe don't want to ask in the webinar itself, just give us a call and we'll definitely be able to answer those questions that you have. And if we don't have the answers immediately, we'll make sure we get the answers for you as soon as possible.
Thanks, Arjan. Thank you, Michael, and thank you, Alex. Thank you, everyone, for attending today. Really appreciate your attendance. We're going to wrap it up now. This is a recording, which we'll send the recording to you, or you'll be able to download it for future. Any questions, again, just please reach out to us. We're just a phone call or an email away. So thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.